downtown where you can get a date for 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price. Now available in paperback at e-readers. Isis, Dark Incubus. The goddess next door gets enthralled in a romantic entanglement with an evil incubus in this all-new Isis series adventure. Get your copy of Isis, Dark Incubus in paperback and e-readers today. Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. A French woman was scammed out of over $800,000 by a con artist who was pretending to be actor Brad Pitt online. Now, according to reports, a French woman named Anne, who was married to a millionaire, decided to divorce her husband and decided to pursue a relationship with a scammer who was pretending to be actor Brad Pitt online. And as she looked to pursue this relationship with this scammer who was pretending to be actor Brad Pitt, they wound up saying that they needed 10,000 euros in order to be able to pay customs for gifts to them. And after the woman wound up paying the 10,000 euros to the scammer as related to getting these gifts, this is where she wound up looking to continue pursuing this relationship with this scammer and eventually wound up divorcing her husband. And after she divorced her husband, this is where she was told by the scammer who was pretending to be Brad Pitt, who presented her videos and pictures that were generated by AI of Brad Pitt's head on a person who was in a hospital gown, saying that Brad Pitt basically had cancer, and as they said that he had kidney cancer, they needed money to be able to pay for a loan because their bank accounts had been locked as a result of divorce proceedings with Angelina Jolie. And this is where Anne decided to take the rest of her divorce settlement that she got from her millionaire husband and decided to send him 775,000 euros, about $798,000 or close to $800,000 to this person pretending to be Brad Pitt. And after this woman got sent the money, this is where she soon found out that the real Brad Pitt was in a relationship with actress Ines de Ramon, and that's where basically this woman realized that she had been scammed. And once she decided to file a lawsuit and contact the police, the media got a hold of the story, and this woman wound up becoming the laughingstock of the world globally. Now, when I look at this whole situation with Anne, it definitely fits a pattern and profile of behavior that I talk about in depth in my book, The Woman Crisis. And what happened here to Anne is that Anne was looking to go out here and participate in adultery by looking to, again, pursue this relationship with this celebrity. But that motivation for participating in adultery was basically rooted in hypergamy. Now, when it comes to many Western women like to participate in hypergamy, where they look to get involved with men of having high amounts of resources and a high social status. And this woman had basically lucked out as related to getting involved with a rich man. And as she got involved with this rich man who had a lot of resources, basically a millionaire, this woman was blessed to live a very abundant life with her husband. But instead of going out here and appreciating the man that she was involved with, this gold digger wound up getting more ambitious and got more ambitious because she thought she was going to go out here and have not only an opportunity to be with a man with high resources, but be able to look to elevate her social status by getting involved with an A-list celebrity like Brad Pitt. And because she was caught spellbound by the idea of being involved with an A-list celebrity like Brad Pitt, that's where this woman just stopped thinking critically and started reacting emotionally. And that's basically what the scammer wanted her to do. The scammer wanted her to go out here and get caught up in her feelings because they know that women are emotional. And because a woman is emotional, what she will do when she is given an opportunity to elevate her social status is she will go out here and look to not think critically about the person approaching them, to go out here and ask critical questions. Because had this woman gone out here and asked critical questions, she would have realized that this was a scam, and finding out that this was a scam would have been as simple as doing a Google search on Brad Pitt's name and looking and clicking on the news link, because the news link basically would have showed her all the celebrity gossip regarding Brad Pitt, and would have let her know that Brad Pitt was already in a relationship with Inez de Ramon, and whoever she's talking to basically was a scam artist. Now, as someone who has studied the entertainment industry for over 25 years, I would know from firsthand that, again, anybody contacting me saying they're a celebrity is completely full of it, and completely full of it because many celebrities, again, do not contact people directly, and Brad Pitt himself has said that he has no social media, and the reason why he possibly has no social media is due to liability issues and also looking to protect his brand and reputation. Now, many celebrities, if they want to contact someone, they will contact someone not directly themselves, because there are liability issues. There are liability issues because anything that they write can basically be misconstrued as a contract. So in order to avoid being caught up in a lawsuit, many celebrities do not contact people directly. No, what they do if they want to contact someone is they go through two people. For acting jobs, they go through their agent and the agency that they are represented by, because the agency basically handles all of their business affairs as related to their film projects and as related to their social interactions with people in the business. Many actors, what they will do is if they want to contact someone for a business or a personal affair, they will contact somebody through their manager. And it's usually the manager who will be contacting you through the business entity that they have, because actors in and of themselves are not people. No, actors in and of themselves are businesses, and they only contact people through their LLCs, and they usually have their staff are the ones that contact you. Their staff will contact you as related to any sort of meeting that as related to either a business or a personal affair, and their staff are the ones who are going to arrange the meeting between you or a person. And usually when it comes to those people at that staff, the first thing they're going to ask you to go out here and send them after they send it to you is a written release. They're going to send you a written release to absolve them of any liability, because many of these, again, people who are in the entertainment industry, they are, again, afraid of getting sued. So if they go out here and look to make arrangements with you, again, it's through their business, which is usually their LLC or their production company, because usually it's going to be through their business. And once their business contacts you, then what they're going to do is, again, then send you the release, and that's how they go out here and make an arrangement with you. They make arrangements with you, and again, that's only for either business or personal affairs with people they actively want to engage with. They do not go out here and do anything on social media, and if you do see anything on social media that a performer is doing, usually, again, it's not the person themselves directly you're talking to. No, they are a business, and usually what they do is send their assistant to go out here and post up the pictures you see on IG, the tweets you see on X, or the posts you see on Facebook. All of that is basically done by staff that they have working for them at their Prodco or their LLC. So any person who, again, wants to say, oh, I'm an actor and I'm going to contact you, no, anybody who's in the business, if they're contacting you about business, They're going to go through their business entity because they don't want to get sued. Because if you go and take a case into civil court, what happens is that case basically puts you on it's related to jamming you up, and you may have to wind up paying a judgment, because if that person has those emails, they can basically, again, be able to sue that person as related to liability. So that's why most actors and most performers and even most people in the business, again, go through intermediaries. They go through an intermediary because they don't want to get sued. So that's the red flag that this woman should have been looking for. But sadly, she wasn't looking for it because she was so caught up in her emotions and so mesmerized and spellbound about the idea of fitting into this celebrity world and be accepted by more prominent people, that she got so caught up in her hypergamy that she hoped to again take a leap off the monkey branch at the high level of that tall tree over to another tree where she could be a part of Hollywood. And sadly, as she went to go out here and hope that she could monkey branch from one millionaire to another millionaire, she wound up not only jumping out of the tree that she was securely in, but she jumped out of a tree into the air and wound up falling completely out of the tree and falling flat on her back. And as she found up falling flat on her back, this is where this woman wound up becoming completely ridiculed, because anybody who is in the entertainment business or just in basic life understands that celebrities don't ask you for money. No, celebrities don't ask you for money at all, because they've got plenty of money, even though the government and their expenses take 85% of that money. They've got plenty of money, and they don't need to ask you for any money for anything at all. No, when it comes to a celebrity, their money is already tight, so they don't need to, again, ask you for money, and that's a red flag that this woman should have seen. I mean, no celebrity is going to ask you for money when they've got their own money, and no celebrity is going to ask you to pay for anything, because, again, asking you for money basically puts them in a place where they're liable for things. And again, nobody in the entertainment business does anything without a contract. So this woman, again, really didn't understand how the business worked, because, again, in the entertainment business, I'll repeat it once more, nothing is done unless you're getting contacted by business people. And those business people, after they ask you to sign a release or an NDA, they're going to ask you to, again, sign a contract. And again, the contract is going to either pay you or you're going to pay for an appearance. But the whole thing is, you're not sending somebody just some straight money like a Cash App out of nowhere. No, the only people who are going to ask for money out of nowhere are scammers. I mean, scammers who basically, again, take advantage of those who are naive, because these pictures of Brad Pitt are so fake. Yes, they're generated by AI, but they're just so fake that you could just basically tell that they are not real. But what's really sad here is this woman was so caught up in the fantasy of being with Brad Pitt that she couldn't see the reality that Brad Pitt would want nothing to do with her, because Brad Pitt already has his own life right now. And again, Brad Pitt ain't hard up for women. I mean, if he's already 61 years old, he's already had multiple select actresses like Robin Givens, who he basically was the side dude to as she was married to Mike Tyson, was involved with A-list actors like Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie. I mean, Brad Pitt ain't hard up for no woman, and basically could go out here and walk down the street, and there will be several women looking to drop skid mark jockey thongs, and begging him to put the carbon rod in their atomic waste reactors. I mean, there are plenty of women out here looking to check for Brad Pitt, and he don't need to go out here and solicit no woman online. No, an A-list celebrity like Brad Pitt, even at 61 years old, he don't need to go out here and solicit no females. No, the only people who need to solicit females are a bunch of scammers who possibly heard this woman basically hit the jackpot after divorcing her husband. After divorcing her husband, they found out this woman hit the jackpot, and after they found out that she had hit the jackpot as related to that divorce settlement, this is where they saw this woman being extremely naive with somebody they could easily take advantage of. And with her being easily naive, they could basically get her to give up that almost $800,000 and make themselves millionaires at her own expense. And maybe, as I see it, this woman should have gone out here and stayed with her husband, because maybe that husband could have protected her. But no, this woman didn't want to, again, appreciate the husband she had. No, she thought she was going to find a better man in a quest for the better deal, which is what I talk about in depth in my book, The Woman Crisis. She thought she was going to go get a better deal, but sadly, as she looked to monkey branch from one man to the other, what she got was a raw deal as she wound up falling out of the tree of hypergamy and crashing straight to the ground, and wound up embarrassed when she fell on her ass, and again, basically became a laughingstock, because again, she thought she was going to get a chance at being with a celebrity, but all she got was a chance to just embarrass herself. And that hurts many women more than anything, that they went out and embarrassed themselves, because she basically thought, oh, she was going to go out here and be this woman who's going to, again, rise to be involved with a star. But your chances of being involved with any of these stars are slim to none. Slim to none, because most of these celebrities, man or woman, are a business, and again, their business is about entertainment. But sadly, this woman wasn't the entertainment. She was the punchline of the joke, a punchline of a joke of scammers who basically took advantage of a woman and led to this woman winding up on the road to becoming a woman in crisis. Now, if you want to learn about what leads to women winding up on this road to where they learn dysfunctional habits that put them on to being women in crisis, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Woman Crisis at other online booksellers like Draft the Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you'd like to see me make more videos taking people to the barbecue like celebrities, you can drop a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback. From the author of the critically acclaimed book, The Man Crisis, comes The Woman Crisis. Learn why so many women have become lost in their quest to have it all in The Woman Crisis. Get your copy of The Woman Crisis in paperback at Amazon.com and online booksellers today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.